If someone in your family isn't vaccinated, should you ask them not to show up?
Yes, I would do that. I mean, I think we're dealing with a serious enough situation right now that if there's an unvaccinated person, I would say, I'm very sorry, but not this time. Maybe another time when this is all over.
Andy, shut the fuck up!
Derapy. Today is Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021, and guys...
What's up, man? What's going on?
I'm done. I've been holding on to this for a while, and...
This man's so dramatic, bro.
This is going to be the last time I think I ever really talk about COVID at length on this podcast here. So let's just get into it. COVID has been in the United States since November of 2019. It is now December of 2021, and we still have
experts
telling us who we can and can't see this Christmas. And look, I'm just over it.
He's
okay?
over it.
I'm sorry.
He's over it.
I got COVID in February of this year. In March, I got the first Pfizer shot. In April, I got the second jab. And since then, I've been living my life like it's golden. I just don't care anymore. I'm sorry. And since then, since I got both my shots, right? Lambda dropped. Lambda Plus was out for a minute. Then it was Delta. Now it's Omicron.
New Omicron just dropped. Brand new.
Like, I'm just not. And now I'm hearing you're not fully vaxxed until you get the third shot. But what if there's another variant? We've already had the original variant. I guess we'll call it Alpha. Then we had Delta. Then we had Lambda. Then we had Lambda Plus. Then we had Delta. Then we had Omicron. So what if I get the booster, right? What if I get the booster like I'm supposed to, like you're saying I should, right? And then Zeta comes out, or Nu or Theta or whatever comes out. Then you're gonna tell me what? I need a fourth shot, dude. I'm done. Okay, I'm just done. We all keep waiting for someone to tell us it's over. Here's an idea. Take control of your own life. And most of this is scripted, but this part, like, it just hit my brain in the middle of it.
You better go crazy!
I talk to my brother about this a lot. Just never forget, Never forget that there was a point in the middle of 2020 where you would actually have people look at you crazy if you said you were going to see your mom or you were going to see your dad. And it's like, the rules were weird then. It was all about social distancing, and that's fine. But there was really a point where I saw people saying, I haven't seen my family in months. Dog, go see your family, okay? Like, we should have never, ever been in a society for a single minute where people actually convinced you that you couldn't take your kid to the park. You couldn't let them slide on a slide or swing on a swing because they might come in too close a contact with another human being. I just can't believe that there was ever a period of time where we were shutting down parks, like wide open spaces. There was a time where people would look at you crazy if you were like, yeah, I think I'm going to go see my grandma. You can go see your grandma. Keep your distance, whatever. But I just don't want people to forget that as crazy as things seem right now, they actually used to be crazier. Here's an idea. Take control of your own life. I'm absolutely shocked that this has gone on for so long. And I think a lot of other people feel this way. I think a lot of other people feel the way I do, but they're just worried about society's expectations and being accepted in their social group or whatever, or just like looking like a good person, being virtuous, considerate, all that. Bro, not me. I'm over it. I'm sorry. You guys remember 14 days to stop the spread?
So that was a fucking lie.
You remember when it was just wait till there's more testing. There's not enough testing. And then we got testing and they were like, well, just wait until they make the vaccine.
We need the vaccine.
Okay. And then they made the vaccine. It's like, okay. No. Okay. But just wait until everybody has the opportunity to get the vaccine. Actually, the vaccine is coming out, but it's Trump's vaccine. I don't know if we can trust it. Like Trump was in the lab or something helping them cook it up.
If the Trump administration approves a vaccine before or after the election, should Americans take it, and would you take it?
If the public health professionals, if Dr. Fauci, if the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it. Absolutely. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
I don't even have enough time to get into why that is literally the worst possible answer you could give, but I could do a whole episode on Kamala. We'll talk about that another day. And I hate talking about Trump. I'm not going to do it again.
Are you sure about that?
Some of you folk really thought that when Biden became president, it was going to be, oh, wow, the grown-ups are back. The grown-ups are back. Ooh, everything's under control now.
We're going to shut down the virus.
Biden has now been in office all year. Guess what happened?
Nothing.
We're still, like, everything is just as bad as it was before.
Oh, Biden
couldn't have known about all the different variants.
It's not even about Joe Biden specifically. It's just the fact that people were trying to convince me that Joe Biden had this plan to shut down the virus to begin with, because clearly nobody in the world has a handle on it. So it's just stupid that we even thought that one guy was going to shut it down. But whatever, man, who cares? People kept saying, oh, we're going to get back to normal. Oh, just wait. Just wait till Trump leaves. Just wait till everyone can get the vaccine. Just wait. We're going to get back to normal. Just be patient. One more shot. Just a couple more months. Just one more booster. Maybe things will get back to normal by the summer. Maybe things will get back to normal by July 4th. By the time we're cooking out, everything will be back to normal. Maybe it'll be back to normal by the holidays. Oh, maybe next spring. Now it's next spring. 2 years. We've been in this for 2 years. 2 years. Some people, the most panicked and scared among us have literally wasted the last 2 years of their life just sitting at home, just being scared, waiting for somebody to tell them when it's going to be over. Like, I've decided personally, for me, my people, my life, it's over. Even if I did get this booster, my job, Lyft, they still want me to wear the mask. They don't care. Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, and a bunch of other people, Democrats, apparently the good people, the people that have gotten triple vaxxed. Cory Booker was triple vaxxed, and he's not the only one. You can get 3 shots and it won't matter. Still got Omicron. Doesn't mean anything. Even if you're vaxxed, you can still spread it. Even if you're vaxxed, you can still spread it. If you take nothing else away from this episode today, and I got a lot of juicy stuff here. What do you mean by that? But if you take nothing else away from this podcast episode today, I want you to remember, when you go back out into the world and you're talking to your friends and your family and people that you don't know, coworkers, whoever, and they think they're all high and mighty because they got all these extra shots. Hey, guess what? What? Even if you're vaxxed, you can still spread it. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If you take nothing else from this podcast episode, take that. But hold on, there's more. The vaxxed are spreading it. You're not special. You're not special if you got one of the J&J. If you got 3 of the Pfizer, doesn't matter. Omicron will come for you. It's just a matter of time. I got the COVID and I got 2 shots. So ideally, I should be triple covered and smothered. Yet Fauci's silly ass is still telling me to stay away from the unvaxxed. And guess what, dude?
You're not my dad! Ugly ass fucking noodle.
I'm just not going to do it. I'm not participating in this weird, medical segregation shit that we're doing. It's super weird. I don't care whether you're vaxxed or not. Just stop telling people what to do. Let the kids take the mask off. Statistically speaking, kids are not at risk at all. We've known this the whole time. People just keep pretending it's not the case. The number of children that are under 18 that have died from COVID and had no pre-existing conditions, it's under 100. I've heard it's in the dozens, but Editor Derek, please fact check that. This guy named Marty McCary, he's writing at the Wall Street Journal, and he says, my research team at Johns Hopkins worked with the nonprofit Fair Health to analyze approximately 48,000 children under 18 diagnosed with COVID and health insurance data from April to August 2020. Our report found a mortality rate of 0 among children without a pre-existing medical condition such as leukemia. So kids aren't dying from COVID. If they don't have any pre-existing conditions, this guy said in 48,000 children, they had literally none of them die. So unless they had a pre-existing condition and got COVID after. So there you go. Editor Derek at work. This guy, man, I swear. Okay, but also for the record, 655 people under 18 have died in the United States from COVID since the pandemic began. That's less than 1 a day out of 75 million people in that category. More kids die a day probably from being crushed by vending machines or falling off a ladder or a tech deck accident. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I'm sorry. Every death is a tragedy. Let's just get back to the rest of the show. My apologies. Now, this is some math that I did a couple months ago, and I was telling Spice about it, my lovely fiance. 95% of people that have died from COVID are age 50 and up. So why are we acting like everybody is at equal amount of risk? I feel like smart people know that by now, but just in case you don't, share it with somebody. 95% of people that have died from COVID in the United States are at least 50 years old. 95%. That's 19 out of 20, okay? This thing has been hitting older people and people that have pre-existing conditions from the jump. It's not breaking news, but I've played the game long enough and I'm tired of pretending like that's not the case. I'm tapping out. Can't help that I'm passionate. What's happening? Who's happening? I see 0 upside to getting the booster. I'm sorry. I just don't. The first death in the United States from Omicron was just reported yesterday. I just looked it up. Omicron has been here for a month now, by the way. It's from an article in the Washington Post. You can look it up. It was an unvaccinated guy in his 50s with pre-existing health conditions. Shocker. I'm not saying don't get vaxxed, okay? Clearly it helps. Pretty much everybody that's dying from COVID right now, they're unvaccinated. What I'm saying is stop talking down to people who aren't vaxxed because they've had their chance. And I'm sorry, As much as I love my loved ones, and I know people in my life and in my family, if they got COVID and they got it really bad, they had to go to the hospital, or even God forbid, knock on wood, God forbid, if they died, I could not have as much sympathy for them as I would if they were vaccinated. But I'm not going to sit here and scream in their face nonstop because they're adults, just like I am, just like you are. Stop talking down to people who aren't vaxxed. They had their chance. And once again, I just want to make this clear. I got my shots in spring. It's December, okay? Everyone who wants to get the vax can get it. Everyone who doesn't has had their chance. The government, here's my thing. The government should not have a role in this stuff anymore. We need to stop waiting on Fauci or Biden or whoever to give us instructions, tell us when it's over. They can shut up. It's okay. We all have access to the internet. We're all adults. We know how to look things up.
What do you did your own research?
You did your own research?
Yes, I did. I have a brain. I went to school for journalism. I looked the stuff up. It's really not that hard. It probably took me 20 to 30 minutes to get all the stuff that I needed just for this podcast. And frankly, how much do you really need to know? When the new variant drops, what do you want to know first? How deadly is it? I found in 15, 20 minutes, literally a quote from the person in South Africa who discovered the variant that was saying yeah, I didn't really expect everybody to panic this much because everybody that's gotten to Omicron, it's very, very mild. We just got the first death. It's been a month, okay? The goalpost will not stop moving. I'm not telling people to walk into places that want you to wear a mask without one. I think for the sake of being considerate and being courteous, there are certain places where you have to play the game, and I am calling it a game. It's theater. It's theater at this point. I'm going to have to insert this clip where this girl on CNN was talking about how wearing these little cloth masks are literally going to do nothing when it comes to Omicron.
Make sure that you're wearing a mask, even though it's outdoors, if there are lots of people packed around you. Wearing a 3-ply surgical mask. Don't wear a cloth mask. Cloth masks are little more than facial decorations.
That was the lovely voice of Dr. Leanna Wen. She's a medical analyst, and she was on CNN explaining to people that in light of the Omicron stuff that's happening right now, the cloth mask, that little dollar store blue mask that everybody's walking around with and everybody's begging you to wear, yeah, it's not even going to do anything. Delta was way worse, by worse I mean transmissible, and Omicron is way more transmissible, so that little cloth mask is going to do anything. So if you really want to play the game, if you really want to look safe and courteous and kind and considerate, then you're going to need a better mask than that cloth mask. And stop telling me to wear it because I got vaccinated and I'm not scared anymore.
This man has lost his ever-loving mind.
No one is trying to say that a mask versus no mask isn't better. But it's basically like saying, hey, if you're holding a pillow in your lap during a car crash, it's better than not having that pillow at all. It's stupid, okay? It's stupid. You're still gonna get the virus and you're still gonna die if you get in a car wreck. It's literally it's the equivalent of wearing a motorcycle helmet when you go into a head-on collision at 90 miles per hour. Well, it's better to have the helmet than not wearing a helmet. You're still gonna die. It doesn't matter. Those cloth masks, those little dollar store masks, those little blue ones that everybody's walking around, they just don't do anything. I'm sorry. It's not gonna stop Omicron. I am the chosen. I am not going. I got plenty that I plan to do. I'm not telling people not to get vaccinated. I think it is literally the best thing you could possibly do to combat COVID. I'm not telling people to fight or be angry at the people that are triple vaxxed. Just stop telling people what to do and or trying to shame them into getting vaxxed in general. We've been trying it all year. And by we, I don't mean me. I mean the White House, politicians, media. They've been trying to turn us against the uncleansed, monstrous, evil, awful, inconsiderate, death-craving, crazy, unvaxxed all year. And guess what happened?
Nothing.
It didn't work. It doesn't work. Just because you call somebody stupid doesn't mean they're going to do what you want to do. That's not how literally anything works ever. Vote for whoever you want. See whoever you want for Christmas. Leave people alone. 73% of people in the United States have received at least one dose of the vaccine. There are 330 million people in the United States. 241 million, that's 73%. 241, let's take the million out. Kindergarten it for you. 241 out of 330 people have had the vaccine, but it gets better. 51 million people in the United States have already had COVID. So theoretically, they have antibodies, right? 241 plus 51 is 292. So 292 out of 330 million Americans have had either the shot or the virus already. I did the math for you. It's almost 90%. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Some people got the vaccine and they still get COVID after.
What I'm saying is that between 80 and 90% of people have either had the vaccine shot or have had COVID. 4 in every 5 people in the United States have been immunized against the COVID virus. Everybody that wants to get a vaccine can get one anytime they want. 70% of Americans already have. Another 10 to 15% have already had the virus. So I leave you with this question. Are we still in the middle of a pandemic? Thank you so much for joining me in Derapy today. New sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Download the Get Upside app for free using my link in the description. Use code Derapy20 to get 20 cents per gallon cash back. Love you. Mean it.
Uno, dos.
Stress, I am a mess, but I am blessed. Love of my life trying to get me to rest. If that's the answer, I'm failing the test. Can I remember when I wasn't stressed? What can I say? Honestly, I like it this way. Work hard, play hard, to me they're the same. I want the dollars and I will not change. Just out here trying to have fun. Don't need your 2 cents cause I am the one. Yeah, I've been working a ton. Taking my shot but won't pick up a gun. And for whatever reason, I cannot chew gum. I'm always biting my cheek but I won't bite my tongue. I will keep rapping cause even though I am a rookie, I got these vets looking like sons. And no, I'm not talking about Phoenix, but best believe that's how I rise. What can I say? I am that guy. I am the man with a plan like that one Ed boy. I am a head boy, meaning I'm top of the class. And I'm not Kendrick, but top of the morning. I am soaring and no time soon do I see myself coming down. Think I'll stick around. Not a Orochimaru, but yeah, I run the sound when I come around. Season 3 of Derapy is the talk of the town. Yeah, wait, this is my place. This is my time. Could not possibly be overhyped. So you've been busy today? Bitch, don't waste my time. Got things to do. Looking for a sign. Throwing his mind. Feeling fine. Grab the wine. Turn it up this time. Turn down for what sound like Lil Jon. Please shut up. It's too much. Must be gold if I touch. What? Are you lost?